Hi, I am Ajit, founder of Evercoach, the largest online academy for coaches. We create exceptional curriculum to educate coaches on how to become better at their craft and to help them run their coaching business more effectively. And today, I have one of the most profoundly important videos you will ever watch about coaching. It's about creating a coaching practice that pays in an abundance of joy and dollars. Yes, today we will talk about arguably the greatest career move you may have ever thought about. It's a tad bit scary, but I promise by the end of the video you're going to be more excited than scared. I suggest you get a pen and paper for this one. You'll be sketching and writing notes. Feels like you're back to school, huh? Glad you came to this motivating class. We already know that you want to be a coach who transforms lives and businesses. I remember one of my first coaching experiences when I was awestruck by the results I was able to get my clients. I coach businesses. I take them from place of overwhelm to the place of bliss. I help them take their revenue from where it currently is to where it should be in less than 12 months. I help them live the lives they want to live. I remember one of my first ever clients was a company that relied mostly entirely on the brand value of its founder, but the company had lost the fire in their belly. Somewhere along the way, they had failed to understand the heart of their business, as a result of which the entire company was on a downward spiral. Revenue was down, teams were uninspired, the vision was lost. They were on the edge of survival and desperately needed to be saved. It's a shame when something so beautiful dies for no real reason. Enter me into that business. The CEO and I spent the entire day together. We rekindled the fire of the business. We set a new path, a new direction, a new vision. We also looked at the number of products they had and the impact it created. I'm happy to report that business now has doubled its revenue in 12 months. It has more students, and with its new aligned vision is on track to create a much larger impact on people's lives. That is what is possible with coaching. That is what is possible with your coaching, your skills and experience, your abilities. I want you to share it with the world. At the end of this video, you will have the ability to start your journey with the Mastercoach training program. This program gives you not only great skills as a coach to change lives, but the ability to enroll clients, create a name for yourself, and enjoy abundance in life. I want you to give that program a try. Before you get there though, I want you to know some ways of enrolling clients, how the coaching fee model works, and how to package your services. Let's take out those pens and papers so we can take some notes. I want to share with you 3 different models of enrolling clients. The first one is called the dinner enrollment conversation. This model was taught to me by a very profound coach. Her name is Lisa Sasevich, and she was sharing a story of one of her clients. The story went something like this. There was a teacher in a high school. She used to make about $50,000 a year as her income. And she was a coach and a consultant to students. She would help them figure out what should be their next career move. But her job, as much as it was very satisfying and gratifying, almost felt like she could only take students to that much of a distance, but would never be able to give them a clear path for the future. That's why she came to Lisa and asked how she can contribute more and at the same time also be able to generate more revenue. Lisa suggested, why don't you invite the parents of these students that you have been working with to your place, maybe 10, 15 of them, to come and work with you and talk to you about what are the greater opportunities that are available for these students. Doreen, who is the teacher that we are talking about, did just that. Doreen invited some of the parents who were very concerned about their kids to her place. And then while they were having dinner, she just introduced them to various options that students can have and various counseling opportunities she could actually have with these students, which would help them have a greater career. At the end of the dinner, she offered that service to these 12 parents that were there, these 12 mothers that were there, to join the program, which would allow her to be able to work with these students on an ongoing basis. She offered that at $1,000 a year. This gave her an immediate revenue of $12,000. Now imagine what $12,000 would do for somebody whose annual income is only $50,000, right? That is the first enrollment model. You can actually invite people that you think have a possibility of working with you or have something that you can contribute to for a dinner at your place and have that conversation not as individuals but as a group. The second model is called the Mastermind Talk model. I learned this model from a gentleman called Ted McGrath. Ted McGrath was telling me about a story with the bishop who wanted to kind of teach spirituality but beyond the scope of the church. And what this bishop did, what Ted told him to do, was to organize a day-long mastermind or a day-long lecture with some of his disciples or people who have been following the talks of this particular bishop. Bishop did just that. He invited some of his students to come in and listen to a day-long event or enjoy a day-long event of spiritual talks with this particular bishop. Once the day was ending, he offered all these students to actually show up for a year-long program at $20,000 each. By the end of the program, this bishop had generated $120,000 in income, which allowed him to express his spirituality, express his teachings in a lot more greater format using the Mastermind Talk model. The third model is what I call the Rolodex model. Now, this model was something that I implemented for one of my masterminds, which is called Momentum. When I introduced Momentum first time in the world, I started to reach out on my Facebook profile, just talking about what I had created, what it looks like, what it feels like, who are some of the people that are in this group. And that led to many members joining the program. Now, it might seem really, really simple, but think about it like this. Many times we have friends on Facebook, on LinkedIn, in our phone book that we may have never contacted. We might not even know that they really need our service, but when they know about what we are doing, they reach back to us and ask us if they would allow themselves to join our programs. So for example, this particular effort of me putting just this little information about Momentum, which is a mastermind program with me, this allowed me to create 3 more clients at $15,000 each. That was an income generator of $45,000 using the Rolodex model. Now, these are some simple models that you can engage in immediately to find your first few clients. The common challenge that happens once you've contacted these possible clients is when we get stuck on 2 things. First, what do I charge for it? Second, how do I get them results? The results they need. How many sessions are optimal? Let's go back to the first question. What do I charge for my coaching? Here's where I want you to rethink the way you look at coaching fees. There is the regular coach way of thinking about fees or the extraordinary coach way of thinking about fees. See, a regular coach will charge a client per session, per hour, but an extraordinary coach doesn't think in terms of hours. They think in terms of value. Don't build your pricing model based on number of hours you spend with a client. Instead, consider impact and value. Become committed to delivering results for your clients. Charge them for a result you will deliver. Maybe it takes 2 hours, maybe it takes 20 hours. It's important you realize this. Your coaching fee is not determined by the hours you invest. It is defined by the quality of results. Think about it like this. When you think about how much you should charge for an hour, how do you calculate it? Usually this is how someone would do it. I made $60,000 a year. That means if I work 52 weeks, I make $1,100 a week. If I work 40 hours a week, that's $27 for an hour. But what if you flip the conversation around and ask a different question? For example, and you might want to write this one down. What would be the impact of your coaching on your clients? Will their lives or businesses be transformed? Would they heal? Would they get out of the trauma that they're in? Would they grow their business? What's that transformation worth? What's that transformation's worth? If you were to put a price tag to it, what would that look like? 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000? That's the value of that hour with you. That's the true value of your coaching. Now, it would be uncomfortable for you to charge your clients that sum, which is why I usually suggest to start with 10% of total transformation value to your clients. For example, if you feel your clients will have a change that is worth an easy $5,000 in their lives, you can start by charging $500 for that hour of coaching. Once you start with a base price like that, it becomes a mind game. You can charge as much you believe your value is. I started with $15,000 for a business coaching yearly package. Value of my last package I sold was $120,000. And that's with one client. Isn't that cool? It was mostly the same services. It was my mind that allowed me to charge more. Everyone is at a different stage in their coaching practice, and I'm sure there are many of you watching this video thinking, I could never charge that. I want to unravel that thought now. There are 5 stages of evolution, so to speak, that coaches go through. I call it coaching metamorphosis. It's the 5 stages a coach must go through before they emerge victorious, profitable, abundant, and prosperous at the other end. And as a coach, you can either get stuck in a single stage or evolve as you go, so you can transform into an extraordinary coach at the end. Stage 1, the wannabe coach. Coaches that want to be coaches and so are winging every session without preparation, structure, or guidance. They end up broke. Clients usually hate them. Stage 2, the almost coach. They have dozens of certification, struggle to find clients, are coaches by certification, but with experience have worked with too few clients. They are mostly unfulfilled. Stage 3, the real deal coach. These are coaches with clients and education around coaching. They are starting to get some revenue. They're mostly coaching one-to-one, leading to long working hours. They're fulfilled as coaches, but not always abundant as coaches. Stage 4, the premium coach. This is when coaches start to get a hang of coaching and understand that coaching is an ongoing journey. These coaches rarely do one-on-ones. If they do, it's under a 3, 6, or a year-long package. They usually enjoy more free time with friends and family. They travel, they call the shots and do what they want to do when they want to do it, all while helping others live a more joyous life through their coaching. Stage 5, or the final stage, the elite coach. This is where the coach transitions completely to packages. This is also the stage where coaches start leaning towards becoming a teacher. They write books and are invited to speak at events. They are so skillful in their art that they start to see patterns. They're able to transform stories faster. They also come at a very premium price. I'm talking upwards of $50,000 per client. This is where the coach is rejecting more clients than they accept. Think about this. Think about what stage you are at now, and let's work on your evolution. Now let's talk about how to get your clients' results. Let's start this conversation assuming that you're already a coach and have already developed a method of coaching. Once you know your method, here is how you craft your packages for getting your clients. This also allows you to charge a fee that is worth the transformation to your clients. Let's imagine you have a client who is in the space where they're challenged with their relationship. The relationship is falling apart. Let's say communication between partners is a challenge. To work through a situation like that, it may take hours. Sometimes healing such a situation takes months, even years. Now, here's exactly where you propose a package or maybe an intensive. Think of an intensive as a day-long workshop or a six-session coaching module. Might be better in this situation. So you can see how just offering coaching with one session can be so ineffective to your clients if they're in this space. It's almost like you're just about to get success with someone and you have to circle back and see if they are willing to take action again. But it's not just about delivering results for your clients. Packages are also great for your coaching business. Think about it, if instead of suggesting only one-on-one coaching packages, you were to only offer group coaching packages. A group coaching format, this mostly means you are coaching a set of people with similar problems at the same time. Say you enrolled 10 people in a group program for 6 months at $500 a month. This means you just generated $30,000 of income that will trickle in over the next 6 months. And that's just from 10 clients. But it gets better. What if you offered a day-long workshop where you are working with the client to get a particular outcome? An intensive is day-long. You may charge conservatively $1,500 for it. $1,500, and say you do only one intensive a month. Over a year, that's $1,500 for 12 months. That's $18,000. With just a group program and 12 days of commitment over a year for the 12 intensives, we have already generated $48,000. Let's play this a little bit more. What if we got 4 clients, that is 1 client a quarter, 1 in 3 months, to sign with us a one-on-one coaching deal for a year? It might give them, say, 4 coaching calls a month for an hour each. That's 4 hours a month, but it's one-to-one. That means you can charge easily, say, $10,000 a year. That's about $800 a month for your client. Here is where it adds up. 4 clients at $10,000, that's $40,000 over the course of a year. We are already at an income of $88,000. That is while committing to working less than a week for every month. Now we can go wild and show you how you can create your ideal income with coaching, how you can replace your current job with coaching, how you can, while creating all that abundance around you, really powerfully impact your clients and turn their lives around. This is powerful stuff, and I know you are so ready to get started, right? Here is how you can get started. There's a link on this page that will take you to a very special offer of the program we created for individuals like you who can be positive force to the world. We call it the Mastercoach training program. This program takes teachings of Blaine Botnet and transform it into a self-paced study course. The first part of the program is where you learn the 3-dimensional coaching methodology. This methodology has been built over 25 years of work with leading companies across the world. Blaine has never shared this information before except for sharing it with leading coaches across the world. Once you ace your coaching methodology, you will see the second part of the program called the Thriving Coach. In that program, leading Australian coach Jessica Nazrali will show you how you can use the internet to make an easy 6-figure as a coach. Jessica is a young coach making upwards of $500,000 every year in just 4 years of her coaching practice. She teaches simple methods anyone can use to create a lifestyle for themselves while serving other individuals. It's a program full of examples, case studies, reading materials, and actionable steps. You always have my team at Evercoach to support your journey. We'll help you navigate through any hurdle you might find. You can reach my team at support@evercoach.com. On this page, you will also find our phone number. If you need help with purchase or have questions or just want to say hi, just give us a call. We sometimes get swamped with calls, so be patient. We will be right with you. It was so amazing to do the Art of Coaching video program for you and with you. Now go ahead, click on the button below, and we will get you started. Once your purchase is complete, there will be a few options to upgrade your order. See if you feel ready for joining those programs. If not, that's cool too. I am so excited to meet with you again inside the membership area of the Mastercoach training program and to begin your transformation into an extraordinary coach.